All right, picture this. You're mowing the lawn, trimming your houseplants, or maybe even just tearing into a crunchy salad. And then it hits you. What if plants can feel pain? What if, as you chomp down on that fresh, leafy lettuce, it's silently screaming in agony? What if that freshly cut grass smell, the one we all weirdly love, is actually the plant sending out a desperate SOS to its leafy neighbors? Terrifying thought, right? But before you start feeling guilty about every vegetable you've ever eaten, let's break this down. Pain. What does it even mean? To answer this, we first need to understand what pain really is. Pain, in the way humans experience it, is an incredibly complex thing. When we touch something hot or step on a Lego, ouch! Pain receptors in our skin send signals through nerves up to our brain. Our brain processes this, and boom, we feel pain. It's our body's way of saying, hey, bad idea, don't do that again. But here's the catch. Plants don't have brains, no nerves, no pain receptors. So, technically speaking, they can't feel pain the way we do. But before you breathe a sigh of relief and go back to munching your salad guilt-free, hold on, because plants do react to damage in some wild ways. The silent scream of plants. Scientists have discovered that when plants are under attack, whether it's from insects, animals, or even a careless gardener, they release chemical distress signals. It's like they're whispering to nearby plants, "Help, we're being eaten." Take, for example, tomato plants. When a caterpillar starts munching on their leaves, they release airborne chemicals that signal danger. Nearby plants pick up the warning and start producing defensive chemicals, some even becoming more toxic to deter future attackers. And it's not just tomatoes. Corn, wheat, and other crops do the same thing. Some plants even summon reinforcements, like a floral version of the bat signal. For example, when a plant is being eaten by bugs, it can release chemicals that attract predatory insects to come feast on the attackers. How's that for strategic warfare? Plants react to touch. Ever seen the Mimosa pudica plant? You might know it as the sensitive plant. When you touch its leaves, they fold up instantly, as if recoiling from danger. It's a pretty dramatic reaction for something that supposedly doesn't feel. Or what about the Venus flytrap? It doesn't just sit there waiting for food. It actively senses and traps its prey. Those tiny hairs inside the trap act like motion detectors. If something brushes against them twice in quick succession, snap. The trap closes and digestion begins. Even regular plants react to touch in more subtle ways. Studies have shown that frequent handling of plants, like touching their leaves, can actually stunt their growth. So if you've got houseplants, maybe give them a little personal space. Can plants hear themselves being eaten? All right, here's where things get even crazier. Scientists played the sound of a caterpillar munching on leaves near some plants. These plants weren't actually being eaten, just listening to a recorded crunching sound. And guess what? They started producing more defensive chemicals, as if they knew they were in danger. This means plants might have some kind of primitive sense of hearing. They can't hear in the way we do, but they respond to vibrations. Some studies even suggest plants grow better when exposed to certain types of music or sounds. So, if you've been playing your plants classical music, maybe they appreciate it? Ever noticed that freshly cut grass smell? You might think it's just a pleasant summer scent, but in reality it's a chemical alarm system. When grass is cut, it releases volatile compounds, basically shouting, "I'm under attack," in a way that nearby plants can detect. Some scientists believe this might even attract helpful insects that can protect the plants from further damage. So, next time you take a deep breath of that freshly mowed lawn scent, just remember, it's the smell of plant distress. Believe it or not, trees actually communicate, just not in a way we can hear. They use an underground network of fungi, nicknamed the Wood Wide Web, to send signals to each other. If a tree is being attacked by pests, it can send chemical messages through the roots to warn its neighbors. Some trees even share nutrients with struggling saplings, almost like a family support system. And get this, some research suggests trees can recognize their relatives. They seem to help trees that are genetically related to them more than random trees. It's like a hidden social network happening right under our feet. Here's where we land. Do plants feel pain the way humans or animals do? No. They don't have brains, nerves, or emotions. But they do react in sophisticated ways to damage. They communicate, they defend themselves. They can even sense danger and respond accordingly. And that raises some pretty big ethical questions. If plants are more aware than we ever imagined, what does that mean for the way we treat them? Now, before you swear off salads and start worrying about hurting your houseplants, let's put things in perspective. While plants might have their own way of sensing the world, they aren't suffering the way a human or animal would. They don't have a nervous system. They aren't experiencing pain in a conscious way, but they are more complex and responsive than we ever imagined. So maybe the next time you walk through a forest or water your plants, take a moment to appreciate just how alive and aware they really are. And as for that salad, well, let's just say if plants ever do evolve the ability to scream, lunchtime might get a whole lot more awkward.